Hey, 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 happy day. Pajama Grandma Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with a little update on my new adventure. What I'm up to now. Obviously, I'm a little later than usual because my alarm went off, and that happens. I set alarms to remind me to do certain things. I've had, 3+ going on 4 decades of health challenges and other type things, in addition to all the other things that I've been doing with my life. Those just kind of run in the background. It's kind of like a computer program. And that's how I look at my chronic illness and chronic pain. Isn't that funny? I look at it like a computer program now. And when I first got sick, I didn't have a reference like that because computers were, holy buckets, nothing like they are now. And it's interesting now that I think of my chronic illness and my chronic pain. It's just a program that runs in the background. It doesn't run my life. It impacts my entire life, but it does not 100% control my entire life. It's just a little minor program. It's not my operating system. It's not my Microsoft or whatever operating system you happen to be using on your particular device. Mine is just, it'd be probably like an app. I would like to describe and say that my chronic pain is like an app. Just an app on my phone or an app in my computer. And I used to have apps a few years ago either. So that's really fun that the world changes and evolves and we can think of new things to compare things to that make them either stronger in our lives or weaker in our lives. Now, I could compare my chronic pain and my chronic illness to the operating system of my computer program, but my results would be a whole lot different than if I choose to just think of them as a minor program. And that's what I do. And that works really, really well for me. And that just gave me a really good idea for a chronic painkillers prescription that I didn't have before. So see, talking things out and sharing what I'm doing and what I'm thinking actually has major benefits. Well, major benefits for me and those that I serve. And I hope that I'm serving you by sharing these things. Today, I wanted to talk about corners. And that's because I personally find myself, and I put myself here, backed into a corner with respect to some things in my life. And as I look at the corner that I'm sitting in, I realize, of course, that I am the one that put me in this corner, and I am the only one that's going to be able to get me out of this corner. I'm the only one that can take the steps necessary to move in the direction of stepping out of this particular corner that I've got myself in. Now, I almost said I boxed myself in, and I stopped for a very important reason. I can get out of a corner all by myself. I might not be able to get out of a box all by myself. If I have boxed myself in and I've given myself very little room to move or very few options, that's not a good definition of myself. So I'm just in a little bit of a corner. And the cool thing about corners is there's more than one way to get out of it. There's more than one way to go. But again, it's entirely up to me to get out of that corner. I have to make the steps and the choices and the decisions that move me in a different direction. And the number one decision I need to make is to change the way I've been thinking about the situation, change the way I've been feeling about the situation, change the beliefs that I have about the situation, because the beliefs that I have about the situation are just things that I've been thinking over and over again. Beliefs are just thoughts that we think a lot and they turn into beliefs. And so if they're just thoughts that I thought a lot, then guess what? I can change them by simply thinking different things and making new beliefs. So that's what I'm going to be doing today to get me out of this corner. Because I don't know about you, but I never want to be boxed in, and I don't like to sit in corners or be stuck in a corner or feel like I'm in a corner. So today I'm changing that. Working on a lesson for my group coaching program, which is going really, really well. It's really fun for me. And a couple of other projects. I've got a team that's doing their first webinar, another team that's doing their first webinar. I would think this week. They might even do a practice run today. We'll see how they're feeling about it. But it's really exciting to see other people expand and grow and use some of these tools and skills that I've been learning and putting them to work in their lives and in their businesses. That to me is definitely out of the corner and out of the box and super fun to see. So that is what I'm working on. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful, tremendous day. I got up early today to see the sunrise and listen to the birds chirp and the little woodpeckers and a little bit of road noise, because although I live out in the country, I don't live in the boondocks. I live just out in the country. So we still have cars that go by. But it was a beautiful, multicolored sky sunrise. I was making my cup of coffee this morning and I could see it coming up, and it was coming for some reason from a different direction. Okay, the sun always rises in the east. We all know that, right? But the color in the sky was reflecting from the north. And so it was making beautiful pink and blue stripes in the sky. And so I went out to just take a picture, and then I decided I would try to do my Pajama Grandma daily Facebook Live out there. And so it was a little dark, but the camera on the phone, it just can't capture the essence and the beauty that's really in nature. So I encourage you today to step out in nature and really look around you and notice the beauty and the abundance that is absolutely everywhere in all of our lives. If you're hearing my voice, if you're seeing my face, if you're listening to this, I guarantee there is beauty around you. You just have to be willing to see it. So have a tremendous day. I'm going to enjoy my coffee and have an awesome day making a new lesson for my Expert Secrets, Pajama Grandma Expert Secrets Coaching and Mastermind. And I will say, here's a secret. Here's a Pajama Grandma secret. Masterminds are the bomb. If you're not involved in a mastermind or don't have a mastermind going, you need to do it. I'll talk more about that maybe tomorrow or in a couple of days, because it is such a powerful, powerful concept. We always think we're so alone in all of our endeavors, and we try to do everything by ourselves. And maybe you don't, but I do. So I think, of course, that everybody's that way if I'm that way. But masterminds, man, they're powerful. Get in one and see how fast your life accelerates in the direction you want it to go. All right, bye.